Hello, everyone. It's Coach Burke with Blockers Offensive Line Academy. Getting ready to do our huddle breakdown. Our first huddle breakdown here is Jacoby out of Belleville, Michigan. I'm going to go through, do a little breakdown of his huddle film from his sophomore year. I had a chance to meet this young man at the Best of Midwest Combine held in Indianapolis this past winter. Very hard work and determined, so I'm very interested to get in and break down his film and kind of take a look at his technique and give any advice. And once again, it's just my opinion on my experience playing at West Virginia University, coaching at a D1 Power here in the state of Ohio. Just on some of the different techniques that can be used and things that can shore up the game a little bit for you. Also to maybe give little tweaks here and there regarding on your huddle video that would maybe make it a little more impressive for the college coaches and different scouting services and so forth that are watching it. All right, so to start off here, I'm going to back it up here a little bit, and I'm going to slow the speed down a little bit on the film so we can kind of walk through each piece. So I'll go ahead and take it back. So I love how you got a nice circle, able to tell who you are easily. I'd like to sometimes see that before the play starts so I can really see who the person is. So now watching this play here, the one things I see is, one, see how your arms are out, kind of like an airplane. We want those arms in nice and tight, like you're running to that linebacker. Second thing is you want to aim to that inside number, get your head on the inside so that opens that hole there for where the play is designed to go up through the middle. If that running back was to have that ball handed off to him. So just a couple little tips there. Get the hands inside, shooting inside the chest, helmet to the inside of the number, and then running your feet as you did there. Great job with the effort. The one thing I've seen, kind of taking a quick peek at your film a few minutes ago, is the effort is always fantastic. So love seeing that. All right, watching here in the next one, I'd like to see you get down a little bit more. I know you're in that 2-point stance, kind of sit down a little bit more when you're in the stance. I know you're trying to make sure that defensive end doesn't cross your face. Just make sure you can kind of do that with using that left arm so that it keeps you on a nice 45-degree angle moving up to that linebacker. If you see you kind of start to go upfield and then you have to break off a little bit. So with this right here, being a zone play, kind of going outside zone, it appears. You take that zone step with that right foot, shoot that left hand into the chest to keep that in from crossing your face, and then continue to work up to that backer. Same thing, say your helmet's kind of behind on that backer. I like to see the helmet on the play side. If your helmet was on the play side of that backer here, that running back would have been able to squirt right out there and been straight up that sideline. Now, the running back still makes a great play, but just a couple little techniques there for you, little pointers. Here on the next play, once again, good job identifying who you are, because I know you move around a lot on the line, playing a lot of different positions. So here at the right guard, coming off nice and solid. That left hand, I like to see that left hand get inside. So when you make that contact there and that left hand's on the outside, you need to work that left hand back inside to get on the breastplates of the shoulder pads so that you're able to drive. Once again, get that pad level down a little bit more for me, kind of a little bit high. I love running your feet. Also watch out with that left hand being out there, and with you running right here, could easily, the official could call potential holding penalty and so forth, because you see that jersey getting yanked around on that back shoulder plate. Also, the other thing in your highlight tape, go ahead and cut that a little bit sooner. I don't need to see the run all the way. We're just focusing on watching on you. All right, so here we go with our next play. On this one right here, you kind of got that big circle. It's kind of circling all three guys. You want to make sure you identify exactly which one you are. Just little tips here on your highlight tape so that the coaches know who exactly they're watching. So here, once again, trying to identify exactly who you are. Look like you're kind of playing that right tackle position. Little concern here as far as you kind of stand up and then come upfield and the guy crosses your face. But then again, that right there is the big piece. Don't like to see it, even though you drive them down, don't like to see that defender crossing your face at any time, especially in these zone schemes. Make sure you get that strong inside step and get that strong inside hand into the breastplates. Once again, go ahead and cut that video a little shorter. No need to show throughout the end of the play. Here's a right tackle. I'm going to speed the film up here a little bit. So here at the right tackle, looks like you're kind of standing up and then coming at the guy. If this is a run play, come off that inside foot drive. You're kind of catching the gentleman there. So I want to definitely come off the inside foot drive, power. Don't let him get across my face. I know you bury him here by running your feet, which is great, but he should have never been able to cross your face in the first place. Good stance, nice and compacted, ready to come through. Good job. So when you come off here, tackles probably needs to take a better angle to get underneath that defensive tackle for you. The other piece I'd give you is your left arm. See how you kind of throw that left arm and it kind of turns your body, so now you got to come all the way back around to get square. Keep that left arm out. Take that good zone step to the left. That second foot drives to the crotch of the defender. I stand the guy up with my right arm for my tackle to take him over. Want to make sure you keep that left arm free. And when you come back here, see how you kind of pause and then go hit that linebacker? Don't have no pause. Once I come off, I know I'm coming off. I'm going full head of steam. Don't overthink it. Just go. But part of that is because you threw that left arm in there, kind of held you up for a second, and that's kind of what slowed you down getting to that linebacker and being in a power base. Good job here, getting your hands inside, running your feet. Love the effort. Be careful right here, man. You kind of start to fall down there a little bit. That official could have thrown it right there where it could appear to be a hold. So get those feet running, and if you start to fall like that, you got to let go. All right, so be careful on that. Also, go ahead and cut that play a little shorter. Playing right tackle here, kind of hesitant here, kind of like you're kind of questioning yourself, kind of dancing around. You also got those arms kind of flaring out again. I want to see those arms nice and tight, turn into that inside, getting that helmet across that defensive end. Don't let them cross your face. All right, those other two guys, I mean, this defense here, they totally took themselves out of this play. So it's a perfect call by your coaches here in this play. Just need to come off, get those hands inside. Don't let that defender cross your face. Next play. All right, good solid pull here, working down the line, arms pumping, sealing the guy inside. That is a great job. Nothing major to critique here. Great job opening up, getting square, turning it up, following the guy down inside. Just a great overall job right there. All right, here at the next play, I got a little pull fold around the center here, kind of trying to see exactly what type of technique. I see that left arm kind of flaring out there. Stay nice and tight to your body. Working this little fold around to the linebacker. Good job fitting up. Get that pad level down a little bit more when you make contact. Right now, you should be dropping those hips. Right when I clear, drop those hips, run through that linebacker. You kind of hit them a little high. I'd like to see you down a little bit lower, but the positive thing is that you continue to run those feet, and I was working right through him. Take it back here a little bit. So inside foot drive, little RPO action here. Good job running your feet. Keep on running. Once again, got to kind of watch with some of those as much as you buried that guy. Get a little bit tighter so it doesn't look as much flying around-ish when you guys go down to where sometimes those officials may end up throwing a flag. All right, good job here pulling around. The thing I would like to see a little bit different is as I come through here, I get that pad level down. See how those legs are kind of straight up and down? All right, you're kind of bouncing around a little bit. Get those legs down, bending, running those feet, and run right through that guy. You have the power and the strength and the effort to be able to do that. You just got to get that pad level down a little bit, and you'll be able to run right through them. Good job here in the double team. Tackle could have helped you out a little bit more staying on there. He stopped on you, so that didn't help a whole lot. But once again, your feet, running your feet, to the echo of the whistle. You do a great job with that. No questions at all. Your effort is great. Little fold around block here again. Good job hooking up on that defender, running your feet. Doing a little blindside action there, taking them into the stands a little bit. Taking it back a little bit here on your pull. Once again, I'd like to see you get down a little bit, keep those arms nice and tight. Right before you go to make contact, you kind of slow those arms out a little bit and catch the guy. I'd rather see those arms flaring through, flying, hitting that guy, and making that movement. Good job here, coming around and hooking up. Once again, get that pad level down, and you'd be able to move them without where the running back kind of runs into you there. All right, get that pad level down, bend those legs. What you want to do is when I'm coming around there, right before I make that contact on that defender, I'm coming around, I drop those hips, and I can roll through that guy and then make that drive to keep pushing him down. All right, good job here, taking that post step. Appears to be a little RPO action. Once again, don't catch. Make sure you're shooting those hands. Get those hands inside. Kind of carry your hands a little extra low. It's kind of down at your hip area. Pull those up just a little bit higher for me. Good shot into the chest. And once again, great job running your feet and finish that play. Good job here. Once again, we want to make sure we get our head across. Do not let them cross your face. All right, so when you take those that step bump right there, keep driving upfield, get that hand inside. See that right hand, that left hand. Also, if you look, your elbows are flaring out. We want those elbows nice and tight to your body. Driving your feet, pushing hard, and do not let them cross your face. There you go. Good job right there. Right there. Good job. Coming off inside foot strong. Still like to pad level down a little bit. Good inside hand placement. Pin the guy, putting him down. That is excellent. Great job. Once again, love how you run your feet. Love your aggressiveness. Just great work overall. Continue doing that. Now here, so we watch this one. See, you come off on that outside foot. I personally prefer inside foot. Your coach may have you do something different. Let's go back here to this one a little bit. Okay, so the big thing is getting that inside hat placement. I find it to be easier when you take that inside foot drive. One, it keeps the guy from crossing the face, and two, allows you to get that better movement on him. Once again, that's my personal preference. Each coach will be a little bit different, but that's just me. All right, so here in this next one, you come off, get pretty decent hat placement. And once again, those arms are kind of flaring out a little bit. I want those tighter, closer to your body. You kind of got a little shuffle here, keeping a good base, but I like to see those feet running, pressing that right. So right when I get to about this here, I'm going to slow it down a little bit so I'm kind of go through and explain it a little better. Good lateral step, foot to the crotch. See how that second foot kind of shuffles? I'd rather see that second foot coming upfield to the crotch of that defender. That's going to give you more power to drive him back right on the snap. Once I'm right here and I'm fitted up, one, I like to get that pad level down. But right now, press hard with that right arm, that right hand. I'm bench pressing, and I'm driving that way. All right, I'm driving, and I'm pressing that right arm. Overall, good job. All right, so looking here on your pass set, looking to be a little bit of a vertical set. The first thing I see is I'd like to see you stay a little more square. You're turning on your second kick right there, and that's what causes the guy to come into that bull rush. He could probably beat you pretty good with an strong inside move with a better rusher. So I don't like how I see your numbers right away. The thing I always tell my guys is, we should not be able to see your numbers. Your parents should not be able to see your numbers from the stands. Of course, there does come a point where you have to turn as a tackle, but it should not be this quick in the pass set. Once again, getting that vertical set, that 45-degree angle and straight back helps set that pocket and stay solid to where you're able to run the guy on pass if he decides to stay to the outside. And if he comes inside, then you're still square, able to stop him. So that's my only concern there with that vertical set. All right, good job right here. Once again, make sure keep those hands inside, keep those feet running, and then finish the guy. Like I said, your effort is great. There's no question about your effort. I think you do a great job with your effort, and just a few little fine things here and there that need to be adjusted. That'll come with experience, and then the coaching you're getting from your high school coach is doing a great job with his offensive line up there. No questions about that. So just make sure, continue to focus on the little things. Technique is huge. Technique is the big part of offensive line. A lot of people think it's just about lining up, being tough, and ramming heads, and it's so much more than that, especially in today's game. Got to be smarter. Got to make it to where you can do things easier through your technique that puts you in positions to make sure you have those solid blocks, and it doesn't cause as many issues for you to have to fight through them. So little things here and there, but overall, great film. Like I said, I remember working with you up at the Best of the Midwest. Did a great job up there. Ended up being one of the top linemen. Got a bright future ahead of you. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep working hard in the weight room to add the strength. And the big thing I would say is definitely make sure to keep running those feet like you have been. Sometimes offensive linemen, as we start to get a little older, we start to not do that as much. So make sure you don't lose that energy, and then keep pushing and keep doing that. And I see a lot of great things in your future, and hopefully to see you at a couple camps coming up this next season. Keep working hard, and keep representing the offensive line like you're doing. You're a great example of how offensive linemen should be playing the game. So it's always great to see that effort and that toughness. And hopefully we will see you later. And as always, anybody out there watching this, please go on and click like on our YouTube channel for the video. If you like it, also please subscribe. I'm trying my goal to hit 100 subscribers this year. So we're making our way up there. So if you would, please go ahead and click that subscribe button and click that like button, and share it out on the social media, and we can start spreading some love for some good offensive linemen around the country to get some additional attention. Thank you so much. Once again, it's Coach Burke with Blockers Offensive Line Academy. Thank you for this opportunity to break down your Hudl film, and we look forward to seeing more films from you later on for the 2019 season.